What's going on, everybody? This is David here from Bluckers Videos and Collectables, and today I got a brand new video for y'all, and this time it is another Jurassic World Legacy Collection figure, and man, I am telling you, I have been waiting to get this for a very long time. For those who haven't been keeping track, Target app had the exclusive Legacy Collection Spinosaurus as you see in front of you, and it sold out within minutes. And after that, everybody's been waiting to purchase this thing or being restocked. And one day, a lot of people have been asking Mattel, like, look, when's the Spinosaurus coming back? Is it coming in stores, or is the app going to be restocked? But sadly enough, supposedly at the time, Target opted not to restock the Spinosaurus because in their minds, as they were downsizing the Jurassic World toy line in their stores, to make room for other stores, or not other stores, for other toys, they decided not to have it or carry the item, should I say, to the public in their stores because it's such a large item, considering the fact that they do carry numerous large items in their stores, kind of like the Mosasaurus and the Legacy. I think it's a 4-pack or a 5-pack deal. And also other items, as well, like the Thrash and Throw T-Rex, Grab and Growl, Indoraptor. But they decided that the Spinosaurus wasn't worth carrying in their stores. So with that being said, everybody was bummed out, and especially us major collectors and everybody else that wanted the Spinosaurus in their collections as well. So we had to resort to go overseas to see if we can try to get the Spinosaurus, from people that we know in the UK and other parts of the world that they're able to get this item. But fair amount of success. People had to wheel and deal, make trades, do all kinds of stuff in order to get this thing. I, on the other hand, just kind of like, well, if I have it, I have it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not going to be one of those persons that's just going to rush out and pay scalper prices on eBay, which some people eventually did, and I, on one hand, don't support the scalping industry, unless if I truly have to, like if I'm like in the dire need of a certain thing in my collection, which I never had to do that yet. I say yet because I'm pretty sure there will be a time where I will have to do that. It just depending on how much I'm willing to spend, but that's for a different topic for a different day. But yeah, some people have went out and done it because that's how bad they wanted to have it in their collection. And I think I'm spending way too much time talking about that instead of trying to get to the figure. But anyways, all I'm saying is that a lot of people had to go out of their way to do whatever they got to do in their means to get this exclusive item. Well, like long story short, here recently, past couple weeks or so, they have been spotted on the app again, but it'd only be for like couple minutes or so at a time. But it'd be like 4 or 5 at a time, and they'd be gone within seconds. Still, a lot of people get frustrated because they would miss out on it because at the time they would pop up at a certain time of the day between so many hours of the day and stuff. But a lot of people say that the reason why that it would disappear so quick is because, I guess what they call scalper bots or something, bots that would be there on the dot and just be able to gobble them up, and then sell them, on the secondary market. But anyways, so in my case, I did it a few times, but I missed out. I even set my alarm just to see if I could catch it on time. That didn't work, so I even asked a couple friends of mine to see if they could keep an eye out on it, no luck on that end. So one day I decided, since as time went on, people would say that, well, just refresh the thing, and whenever you have a chance or whatever, and it'll just pop up. So one day, about a week ago, I was there probably about 1 a.m. It popped up. I did it. It popped up. But I panicked so bad that I couldn't get all my information together and everything that I wanted, to do what I have to do to purchase it, and I missed out. So like every 15 minutes, I just kept on refreshing. And finally, once I was able to have all my stuff ready to go and add it to the cart, bam, here we go. A week later, it's right in front of y'all, and let's get into this review. So that being said, this thing is so large, and that I am not going to be able to do everything I want to do with it because of the how big this thing is. And so what we're going to do, we're going to switch it up a little bit, is that we are still going to do the packaging. We are going to do the dinosaur review and all that stuff. But that being said, I'm not going to be able to do all the packaging thing like I want to. So with that being said, we're just going to review everything that's in front of you with a dinosaur inside included, because all the other packages were small. I was able to remove everything and, be able to handle the package like I wanted to. So, but with that being said, or whatever it was I was trying to say, we're going to do the packaging review. We're going to do the dinosaur review. We are going to do size comparisons. We're going to take some measurements. Bam! I found my measuring tape, and then we're going to do the collection update and so forth. And yeah, that's it, and then we'll just go from there. Okay, so packaging, we're going to review the packaging first, like I just said. So as you can see, this is a very large box, and as you can tell that the style packaging that comes in is kind of like the packaging that they use for the Roarvors and stuff, because it got that Cade style packaging, but the only difference is it's in their Legacy Collection style packaging as far as the artwork and all that goes. But the same packaging is kind of like how when you buy the Roarvors. So on the top left-hand corner, you get Jurassic World Legacy Collection. You got that nice amber color in the background of the logo, and then we have Rexy on the bottom left-hand corner, and then we got the Extreme Chomping Spinosaurus at the bottom, and then over here, ages 3 and up, that's me, and then you have the chomping style action right here, and then in the foreground, we got the classic Jurassic Park gate, and we got the night sky with the dark blue with the forest in the background, and you have the button right here, the finger that points to down to the mechanism where you can use to check out the action. So, excuse me. And then you got the Spinosaurus all tucked away in there, so you would have to do some cutting to get the dinosaur out and remove the tail and so forth, and instructions and everything. So, that being said, here on this side right here, we have the Jurassic World logo Legacy Collection right there. And then on this side right here, we have the Jurassic World Legacy Collection. And I like the fact that Rexy is, all the way down here. It wraps around. So then we're going to turn the box around. And then over here, we have the Jurassic World Legacy Collection logo on the top left-hand corner. And way up there on the top, we have the Jurassic World Facts app. And then we have this nice art rendering or prototype photo of the Spinosaurus right there. And love the fact that they included the T-Rex in the corner right there, kind of reminiscent of JP3 when they first met and stuff like that. And, we all know how that ended up for those who've seen the movie. And then right here it says Gigantic Bite. Up here it says Spinosaurus. And then down below, we have a few of the Legacy Collection dinosaurs and figures, which we have the Lost World Packy, the Lost World Baby T-Rex, and we have Alan Grant, and we have Robert Muldoon. And then down here it says contain one dinosaur. And then, let's see if we can do this. And at the bottom right here, here is all the information. Copyright date, the Universal logo, Mattel. And then for those who are still trying to purchase the Spino, here you go. You can Snapchat that thing, or not Snapchat it, what you can call it. Take a picture of it, should I say. Then you can try your luck with that. That's what I did. I just had to, I had to do some weird shit to do it, where I had to get on my tablet, watch somebody's video, and then just pause it. And then when I had to take my phone and use the Target app thing, and then just use the scan, and then scan that. That's the way I did it, you know. I know it's kind of weird and stuff, but hey, it worked for me, and I got one, so that's all that matters. So, also, real quick before we open this bad boy up or bad girl up, we are going to do a comparison like we normally do. Yeah, check that out. Yeah, this is Mattel's versus Hasbro's. So you tell me what's the superior one. So not really no competition. No comments really on this one. Hasbro, thank you for trying, but you get a F. You get a F on your part. Sorry, Hasbro, but you're still lucky you're still in my collection. But, you know, that's a different story for a different day. So, goodbye. Anyways, so with that out the way, there wasn't much to say about that, because at least the others, they had, you know, a little bit, some kind of competition, I guess, a little bit, but yeah. Sad. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this puppy open, and let's take a look at this dinosaur. Well, now, that was a lot of fun. So basically, to get this thing out, you gotta do a lot of cutting and tearing. I didn't really tear a whole lot. I just did a lot careful cutting around the packaging, and yeah, it took a little longer than I thought, because I thought everything was going to be nice and simple like everything else, but it wasn't. But yeah, it took me a few minutes. But here is the Spinosaurus in front of you, and then here is the tail. So apparently a lot of people have been having trouble with the tail, and I think here is the tab right here that they said that you're supposed to line up with the tab hole in there, and then once you insert it in there, and then that's a done deal. Because a lot of times, especially in a lot of videos I've seen, and over time a lot of people have complained that the Spinosaurus, you know, it doesn't stand like its neutral position like it's supposed to, and you have to do all kinds of stuff to make it stand up, because it starts the the legs, you know, they start to wear real quickly, and it just droops down. And then a lot of times the tail droops down a lot either. Excuse me. A lot of times the tail droops down as well, should I say. So, but like I said, I think from my understanding, if y'all can see that, there is a tab right there, tab. And then I think the tab thing is right there. My apologies if y'all are not able to see that, but if you can, let me see if I can point it out with my X-Acto knife. If you can see it right there. There we go, right there. There's the tab right there that you insert that in. So supposedly you're supposed to line that up, and then you just leave it as is and not try it. Because I know a lot of times a lot of people like to twist, and things like that. That's fine with certain dinosaurs, but I don't think you're supposed to do that with this thing. So we are going to insert it right there. There it is. There is the tail. It was a lot easier than I thought. So here is the Spinosaurus in all its glory right there. That is a very nice figure. It does have some weight to it. So, well, it's not as heavy as I thought it was, because when you look at it, you're thinking, dang, that's going to be a heavy-ass dinosaur and shit. But no, it's kind of more hollow than anything. But anyways, so that being said, let's go ahead and take a closer look at this thing. And I'm not going to move it around very much because, simple fact, it's such a large figure. So we'll just have to leave it as is and then go from there. So anyways, so it does have a color scheme of kind of a charcoal gray right here. And it's very light on the body. And then over here, it's a little darker. I don't know if it's because of my lighting, but from what I'm seeing here, it has a light gray here, and then it kind of fades in. It's darker right here on the head, and then it has a little darker gray right here, and it's just very shaded. If you see it in person, you can tell what I'm talking about. And then it's very light down here, and then it fades into a slightly darker gray down at the bottom, and then let's see. You see what I'm talking about? How it's kind of grayish, right? It's gray here, like a light gray, and then it gets a little darker right there. So then here on the legs, yeah, it's a lot better since I have it up close. Here on the legs, you can tell it's got all this nice white pattern to it, and it's like the same color as this right here, but it fades into a little darker color right there at the bottom. And then I'm glad that they was able to paint the feet. And then here, see, this is what I'm talking about. They took the time when they did this. They was able to get this reddish pattern right here. This kind of like, let's see, it's not necessarily a tomato color, but it is a darkish reddish color, and it goes all the way up here. And I wish they would have had just painted solid right here, at least kind of faded into the striping that they were going for. But yeah, it goes all the way up here onto the spine, and then all the way down to the tip of the tail, and that's how you're supposed to do it. But we know that 99% of the time they don't do that. But anyways, but yeah, it's a very solid figure. I love this thing. As just about anybody else that owns this thing that has it, they love it just as much as I do, and if not, sometimes more often than not. But we are gonna flip this guy right here, and at the bottom here on the belly, it does have the whitish paint right here, and luckily it does go all the way down to here, but it doesn't go all the way down to the tip of the tail. It just goes all the way down to like right there where you see that seam right there. But yeah, here's the JP, or not JP, but the Jurassic World logo right there. And here is the fax app. If anybody wants it, you'll have to do it at a weird angle. So, but other than that, the arms, they have the painted toe claws and the claws on the hands, and very nice. So the arms rotate. They actually they don't move in and out. No, well, actually they do. Normally you could see the joint and everything, but yeah, it goes in and out, up and down. Yeah, that's about as far as it's gonna go. Then here it goes up and down, but at least it's on the ball. It's on the ball right here. So let's see. Y'all could see it. Hold on, let me reposition this beast. Sorry, this video is going longer than I anticipated. Let's see. But yeah, you can see right here, it is on the ball. You know, it's gonna rotate. Then the legs go all the way in and out. It does have the inner thigh mobility. And then over here, same thing. There's in and out of the inner thigh. As you know, with all the dinosaurs, they got the inner thigh movement. Then, as far as the head goes, the head, very nice sculpted detail. You know, love the eyes. The eyes are on point. And then move it over here. The eyes are on point on this one, and the skull detail got the very crocodilian-like features. You know, and the teeth are individually sculpted. Again, over here, let me go ahead and put this guy down. So, very nicely done. Tongue right here. They even painted the gums, got that wet, gummy look at the bottom and on the top. So, very nicely done. And then the action feature, you just press the button down here. So, very awesome, very awesome. Loving this feature. So, anyways, let's go ahead and do some measurements. Scoot the camera back. Man, this thing's incredible. So let's go ahead and do some measurements real quick. And this thing measures from the tail to the snout. It is about 22 inches long. And then in height, depending on how you want to measure it, if you want to measure it from the spine to the feet from the spine, it is, let's see, it is about 9.5 inches tall. So you could also do all kinds of poses with this thing. A lot of people, you know, they like to pose it like this. You know, they want to pose it standing up like that, which makes it look more menacing, I guess. But the reason why a lot of people have to have it like that, like I said, is because the legs get really loose. You know, I don't know if it's going to be like this on mine, but I'm pretty sure only time will tell. But I think a lot of people would prefer it to have it like this, the head up here. But so far, so good. Mine hasn't been droopy. I haven't been touching the tail or anything. But anyways, as far as articulation on the head and the neck, you know, it's just like the other Legacy Rex. It's just a rotation in the neck and, you know, up and down. So, side to side. So, it's very cool. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and do some size comparisons with some other Spinosaurus figures that we got. Alright, the first comparison that we have is the Hasbro's Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus. Now, this is their basic figure that they put out, but they do have others as well. They do have a, let's see, I can't even pronounce it, the animatronic Spinosaurus, which I think it might be in scale with this. I don't own one personally. I would like to get one day, but I think that it is the same size or scale as the Legacy Spino, maybe a little bit bigger. And then they have another one called the Realistic Skinville Spino or something like that, Posable Spinosaurus or something like that. It might be a little tad bit smaller. I'm not sure, but But yeah, those are the only other 2 large Spinos that they got. And then they got the basic one along with like several repaints and stuff. And they also got one called the Aqua Spinosaurus. I don't have that one as well. I'm currently looking for one. And then the next one that we're going to compare it to is here is this one doesn't stand very well as the feet are warped, so I got to hold it down. But this is the Lost World Jurassic Park Kenner Spinosaurus that they released. I think this was from Series 2, I think, from the Lost World line. This is the electronic Spinosaurus. I don't know if it's Series 1 or Series 2. But yeah, this is the electronic Spinosaurus that they put out. As you can tell, it doesn't really look like anything at all, really. So, I mean, it's a figure. And this is like the only Spinosaurus that we actually got at the time as far as Jurassic Park toys go. So, all right. So, let's see. What else do we got? All right. Okay, next up we got the Ouroboros Ceratosaurus. That was another famous dinosaur that appeared in JP3. And as you can tell, it's very small compared to the Legacy Collection Spino. But yeah, the Ceratosaurus did make an appearance in JP3 just for a few seconds. And we have the, excuse me, then we have the large T-Rex from the JP3 line. And this is this is like the biggest one that they produced. They did have a smaller one that was in scale with the small Spinosaurus that I just showed you, the React Attack Spino. I think that's what it was called. But anyways, yeah, this is the large electronic one that they produced. And from the movie standpoint, it is in scale, as far as the size of the T-Rex and that. But yeah, but this is the one. This is probably my favorite one as far as the T-Rex goes in that toy line at the JP line. And here we have the JP3 humans. They are 3 3/4, so they go in scale with the basic human figure assortment for the Jurassic World Legacy Collection humans, and as well as Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom humans as well. So the only person I'm really missing, that I'm needing, and she's very hard to come by, is Amanda Kirby. So I'm frantically searching for a complete one loose that can go with all the rest of them, because I'm carded. She averages about between $30 and up carded, sometimes about $60, depending on the condition, But anyways, but yeah, so this is the JP3 human assortment from the movie JP3. And so it goes perfectly in scale with the Spinosaurus. So originally I was thinking about getting rid of these, selling them, but thankfully I'm so glad I didn't. Because if I did, oh my gosh, it would take me forever to find them again. So anyways, all right, since we did the measurements and the size comparisons and things like that, let's go ahead and do a collection update. And next up, we have the Legacy Jeep and the Legacy Collection Human Assortment. So we have Alan Grant, we have Ellie Sadler, we have Ian Malcolm, and we got Robert Muldoon. Excuse me, sound like I got a frog in my throat. And then we got all the little compies that they each came with. So these are great figures to add to your collection if you don't have any of the original Kenner figures. And the Jeep is probably one of the better Jeeps out there that Mattel has produced as far as overall of every as far as vehicles go when it comes to the movies and stuff. So very, very nice Jeep that they produced and made for the Legacy Collection. The only thing that I knock on it is it doesn't have the spare tire that goes in the back of it. But other than that, it's a great assortment. It goes perfectly in scale with each other and everything. Next up, we have the basic dinosaur assortment line. And up in the front, we got the JP3 Pteranodons. And then here is the regular one right here. And then here is the repaint. So there. And then we have the Lost World Packy. We have the Lost World Raptor. And then we have the Lost World Baby T-Rex. And we have the Jurassic Park Gallimimus. And last but not least, we have Rexy herself. And I just want to thank everybody just for taking the time to watch this video. If you made it through this video all the way to 30 minutes or so, I appreciate it. My apologies for taking so long. It was more of the talking than anything than trying to get to the actual review. So, but yeah, I guess I had a lot to say about the situation on the Spinosaurus and so forth. But again, my apologies for taking so long for doing this. But if you made it to the end, greatly appreciate it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. As far as anything else goes with the Legacy Collection, I am still waiting on the JP3 Raptor and the Dilophosaurus. I think they are doing the Dilophosaurus where you can, like the old original Canon one, where you dip it in water and squirt the water out of its mouth and stuff. I still want to get the I think the Legacy Collection, is it 5-pack or 4-pack? But anyways, but yeah, I do want to get that to add to this collection as well. And comment down below what you think of this dinosaur. And if you have this in your collection, let me know. If you think about getting it, good luck. And hopefully everybody's able to get one that wants one. And hopefully they won't have to go through this issue again with any of their other dinosaurs, as far as when it comes to Legacy Collection and Mattel and Target and so forth, or whatever agreements they got. Hopefully they resolved all that and make sure they can get their product out, all of it, not just a couple of it, but all of it out to the general public, so we all can enjoy these wonderful toys that Mattel has given us so far. So, but anyways, if you're new to the channel, please give the channel a sub, like the video or dislike the video, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can receive all my videos as I upload them. And words to wisdom: buy what you love and not what you like, because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it. And I will catch y'all later.